The self-authoring shit that I've been doing. The
I
David
want to know about that.
Jordan Peterson's
I want to know
course.
about that.
It is actually so basically the
time
way
to go.
the
It's
way
his time to
the
go.
it's a self-authoring suite, I think. Yeah, suite. So it's past authoring, present authoring, virtues and weaknesses. So virtues is one, weaknesses is the other, and then future authoring. So the way I did it was like I'm gonna go past, present, future. I just finished past, and the way past works is you break down your life into eras. So mine was like Haiti childhood, elementary school when I first moved, high school, moving to Ottawa, and so on and so forth. And in each of those eras, you write significant experiences from those eras that you remember the most, right?
That's a really good practice.
And then he basically like prompts you with questions. It's kind of therapy. He prompts you with questions, and then he tells you first to describe the experience in as much detail as you can. Like he recommends a minimum amount of characters. So like I think it's 1,000, not words, characters. And then you write, and then you try. You don't be lazy with it. You actually like entertain and indulge in it. And then you write. It takes a long time. After you write about every single experience, you have to write about how you think that experience impacted you. So like the impact it had, like what is your interpretation of the experience. After that, you pick the 10 most significant out of all of the experiences from all the eras, and then you go deeper into analysis about those 10 experiences, and like were they positive, were they negative, did they change your outlook of yourself, of your life, did it affect how you trust people, did it affect like how did it come about, like what did you do to like contribute to the events that led to that experience, what things were out of your control in that experience, blah 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 blah.
I think about this shit all the time.
And then
it's just like the inner,
and it's structured.
Yeah.
And that's why it's cool, because everyone
That's
thinks
nice.
about that, but you hop from one memory to the other, and it's kind of like chaotic.
Right, there's no like proper revision of it, and like you don't have a concrete.
Yeah.
It's not on paper.
I did it.
It's literally an autobiography. So I have my autobiography written, and I can read it anytime. And just from I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna let it sit.
That'd be such a good practice to do every single year, like
Yeah.
end of year. Do
Yeah.
it because we forget shit so easily, man. Like I can't remember
That's the
yesterday.
thing.
Like,
That's it. So see, the reason why this has been very useful to me so far, writing about it, you see patterns. And when you go all the way when you go all the way back to your childhood, you see where those patterns started, and you see the source. You get to the root of not only the things that are like that could be stopping you or hindering your whatever you want to do, but you see the patterns, and you get to the root of why those patterns exist.
what's the craziest one? Like, because everybody has an idea of like the patterns and like stuff that are instilled in them.
My
What
thing
was
that
the
I
craziest
learned,
one
like
for
I
you?
don't mind sharing it. It's just my relationship with external approval and validation. Because from the way my childhood was structured, and especially like the school system itself kind of creates this, it's very, very, very structured around high stakes. Even though it's just like elementary school and kindergarten, you get this sense of like high stakes of like you have to be perfect. And my whole experience is myself, like there's a lot of different kids, people grew up this, like there was still like problem childs and problem children like in class, people who didn't, class clowns and all of that. That was not me. I was the guy who studied, a student, like 98 out of 100 type average type shit. Anything under 97 was like not very good, and it was always
Is
a
that
high
elementary
standard.
school?
Like yeah.
Okay.
So it was always this thing of like doing good was not done for me. It was done so I could see my parents congratulate me. I didn't feel good about myself until I got the approval. Until I got the high five or the good job. And when I did bad, it was the same thing of like, it was never doing anything for your own self-respect or approval. It was doing it so that you could get something out of someone else, whether it was the principals, the teachers, your parents' friends, and like distant family, whatever. Yeah. So that stick, that at the time, even though it just seems like this is just like life, like experience shit, you if you really think about your life, you see how that little thing sticks and follows you for the rest of your life.
Like driven
And
into your
it's-
subconscious mind.
It's so hard to undo those
And it's
things.
so hard
Like,
to undo it
where do you
because
start?
from age, let's say like age you start going to school, like from age like 5, 6, whatever, to 21, that's a habit.